Are you looking for the best smartwatch? In this video we will look at some of the best smartwatch on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. We have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy Watch Pro 5. Samsung's Galaxy Watch 5 Pro brings a few minor improvements in hardware and software over other Galaxy Watch models, but is it good enough to replace a GPS sports watch? Samsung announced two versions of its Galaxy Watch 5 this year, but unlike previous years where we saw a standard model and one with a physical rotating bezel, Samsung is doing away with the physical dial and has introduced a Pro model. The Pro marketing of this watch is a bit over the top, with Samsung doing its fair share of promoting how much better the Watch 5 Pro is for outdoor adventures than the standard Watch 5 model. It physically has a harder sapphire glass display, titanium watch case, and much larger capacity battery, so these may help it withstand a bit more abuse. Number 2. Amazfit BiP3 Pro smartwatch. Amazfit is starting to build a reputation for making cheap smartwatches that pair well-made hardware and feature-packed software for less than the big-name competition. BIP is the budget line in Amazfit's smartwatch range, and with the BiP3 Pro, you have the promise of a smartwatch that can do things like dish out notifications, track exercise and offer weeks as opposed to days of battery life. You're getting a 44mm sized plastic case with a matte finish that comes in black, cream or pink colors. I had the black version to test, and while it's a pretty understated look, it certainly didn't feel cheap. Hat case is matched up with a 20mm silicone strap that's removable via a simple pin mechanism, making it easy to swap in a similar sized strap in its place. The strap has a nice, soft touch finish to it, and I've had no issues wearing it day and night and during exercise on land and in the water. Number 3. Garmin Nix 5S. On one of my outings with the Garmin Nix 5S watch, I took it out in Forest Park, a large park in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. The park is easily accessible from the city, but large and dense enough that a father and daughter lived there, undetected, for years. I parked in an unfamiliar lot, started the GPS, and wound my way through Forest Park's trails with my dogs. When I turned around, I selected Trackback in the navigation settings and attempted to return to my car. When I got to a trail crossing, the arrow pointed me back in exactly the opposite direction that looked familiar to me. I thought for a minute and, for the heck of it, started to head the wrong way. Immediately, the watch started buzzing. Of course, it warned me. The buzzing was so insistent that, against every inclination, I turned around. An hour down the trail, I finally recognized a trash can, and further down, my car. Garmin, you win this round. Number 4. Fitbit Sense 2. Fitbit is one of the most well-known brands when it comes to fitness and health-related wearables, and it has been for years. Google purchased Fitbit back in 2019, though it wasn't finalized until 2021, and had stated that Fitbit would release a Wear OS watch. The Fitbit Sense 2 is the latest smartwatch from the brand, and it doesn't run Wear OS. Instead, it uses a refreshed version of Fitbit OS. Though I've never owned a Fitbit, I have preferred a more complete smartwatch experience that includes an expansive app catalog that coordinates with my smartphone. But the Sense 2 is an intriguing device that offers shades of a Wear OS device but with better battery life, dedicated fitness features, and a large community of fellow Fitbit users. Number 5. Amazfit GTR3 Pro. The Amazfit GTR3 Pro is a smartwatch that's compatible with Android phones and iPhones, and creator Zepp has aimed to offer rich features wrapped up in a stylish design with a high-quality display that costs less than the cheapest Apple Watch and Samsung Galaxy Watch. While it succeeds in making this a watch you'd want to wear, it still needs to refine things a little on the software front to truly rival those big hitters. While Zepp's new smartwatch operating system certainly looks and feels pretty slick, the barely stocked App Store pales in comparison to storefronts you'll find for the Apple Watch, Wear OS and even Fitbit smartwatches.